Welcome back to the Real Talk with Elliott series. And I always say this, but it's really true. This is one of my favorite series because I get to interact with you and answer your real questions to help you have a real, happier life. And today's question comes from Michelle Lefebvre. And she says, Elliott, how do I deal with toxic people that are unavoidable? Michelle, that's such a good question because oftentimes we have toxic people in our lives and we notice that they are toxic in our lives. We want to remove them, but sometimes we can't. Sometimes they're a sibling. They might be a different family member. They could be like a coworker at work and you don't have the ability to fire them or even move your office and you have to deal with them. So here's the number one thing that I want you to keep in mind as you deal with people that you identify as toxic and begin to struggle with. The first thing is to realize you don't have to let their toxicity have a negative impact on your life. Don't let them bring you down and don't let them change who you are. The best way to deal with toxicity is with kindness and be the person you want to be in spite of their poor behavior and poor choices. You have to be you. I think the other important thing is limiting your contact to this person for the reason and role that they are in your life. So for example, I used to work with this woman that was really, really toxic. And it was really difficult because she was my supervisor. And I had to limit my access to her. She had it out for me. She was intimidated by the work that I was doing. And she wanted to fire me, was openly saying that. But I just limited my access to her. I went to staff meetings and I had to go where she was. And I did those sorts of things. But I didn't spend extra time around her because she was toxic and you have to limit your exposure to things that are toxic to you. So anyway, I hope those two things help. Try to limit your access to these people and then don't let them change who you are. I look back on the way I handled myself when I was working with this woman and I'm proud of the person that I was. I'm proud of the way that I was able to maneuver that situation and I want you to be too. So Michelle, I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense to you and I hope that adds to your life just a bit. So thank you so much for sending in your question, Michelle. This series can't exist without your question, so please send me a question. You can send me an email, you can send me a message on social media, you can even text me to 972-426-2640, and I cannot wait to make a video for you.